This weekend is Stewardship Weekend, where certainly as pastor, I give thanks to God for your generosity and your commitment to the parish of St. Theresa in her desire to reach out to all and, of course, in love. We've done a lot of building over the last few years, and now we're thanking God for that, but reaching out to the wider community. And I hope that you enjoy the stewardship video that our staff have made. Greetings. It's good to be with you this Stewardship Weekend. The last 2 years have been so difficult for so many. We've seen people that have suffered, and some of our own have died. Families have experienced hardship, and we've endeavored as followers of Christ to lighten that burden. So with your help, we'll endeavor to walk with those in need.
Who are the neighbors that we have partnered with and served? We have reached beyond our community to a number of agencies and to a nearby parish, St. Joseph. This year, as in past years, we have been actively involved with Casa Juan Diego and their mission of ministering to immigrants, refugees, and the poor. And because of your generosity, we're able to provide financial assistance to help sustain Casa Juan Diego's important ministry of care and hospitality.
Jesus explains that he is present in the poor and that anything that we do for the least of our brethren, we're actually doing for Jesus. Every time someone comes to the door, we try to imagine that this could be the Holy Family themselves. Right now, we're feeding more than 1,000 people every week. A lot of them have been robbed on the journey. Sometimes even worse things have happened. We've had women who were raped, women who took the train here and fell off, some of them incurring horrible injuries. But all of them have some form of trauma, and they're in a state of complete despair. I always love the first time that we hear the woman laugh when they're in the house, because with trauma, I think it's really important when they're living in community, it becomes a family for them. And we're able to talk about God and how God has a plan for them and how they will move forward from this.
One of the biggest things living at Casa Juan Diego has taught me, we all belong to each other. We are all made in the same image and likeness of God. One of my biggest inspirations was Father Greg Boyle from Homeboy Industries in Los Angeles. He says, it's time for us to stop throwing people away because at the end of the day, we belong to each other. One experience that really stuck with me is late one night. It was raining really hard. It was kind of near 10 p.m. And as I was locking the door, a family came to our door. There were two grandmothers, one mother, a teenager, a 7-year-old, and a 6-month-old. They lost their father along the journey. We were at full capacity, and I started to get really emotional, knowing that there was a good chance that we would have to turn them away. The 6-month-old baby was looking me dead in the eye, soaking wet, and looked like the whole family jumped out of a pool. I said, no, we have to take them, so we made space. Thank you so much for all of your support, because all that we do comes from donations. All the resources that we have come from your donations.
Our ecumenical partners, Christian Community Service Center, or CCSC, serve the poor, hungry, disabled, and people otherwise in need. Some of their services include assisting with vocational training and coaching for those seeking employment, and providing an amazing and impactful back-to-school program for youth of all ages. CCSC receives a quarterly contribution from St. Theresa Church that we save from your monthly stewardship gifts.
We probably serve 80 families to 100 families a day. We do rental assistance, we do vision help, we do help with computer training. I would like to thank everybody from St. Teresa's that donates food that we bring over to CCSC. It's all needed. It's all needed and it's very appreciated.
Muchas gracias a la comunidad de CCSC por sus donaciones que nos han brindado a la gente que más lo han necesitado. Gracias a las personas por todas sus donaciones. Que Dios los bendiga.
St. Theresa Parish Community also supports the important ministry of St. Joseph's Catholic Church. This parish offers help to homeless individuals, offering showers and meals to some of the most vulnerable in our city.
We're supporting them with the resources to bathe and feed from 50 to 60 people every Wednesday. You see the smiles of the people after the shower. It seems like God also touched them hard. And it's probably the love that you provided doing that service. So today, we count on you to be those lines, to connect with our neighbors. I want to thank you very much for this nice gesture that you're providing.
Covenant House in the Montrose district offers much needed safety to young people experiencing homelessness and human trafficking. Our support of their mission to believe in youth and nurture their promise, talents, and courage is possible because of your regular contributions.
We serve 18 to 24-year-olds who are overcoming homelessness in our community. Every night we serve up to 65 young people who, for many different reasons, have lost their place of residence. Some have fled their home because it's safer on the street. Others have aged out of foster care, but all of them come from a traumatized background. We are here to ensure that our young people receive an opportunity to advance into a lifetime of stability as independent, young, productive, and promising adults. Thank you so much, St. Teresa's Church, for the ways in which you support this mission. We thank you for your prayers, but also for being a good neighbor.
The statistical data is frightening, how quickly they turn to prostitution, and many are dead in 6 months or less. And the idea of who's your neighbor brings it in to all of us of how can we help each other? How can we help our fellow man? How can we help our neighbor? We sincerely appreciate St. Teresa's strong support and Father Phil's creativeness in helping his parish see other needs in the community.
We are encouraged and inspired each time you members of St. Theresa Church offer your time, talent, and treasure to support the programs and ministries of our parish community, as well as those of agencies we have committed to assist. These agencies receive monthly or quarterly financial contributions from us, depending on your support.
Faith Formation prepares children and teens to receive the sacraments of reconciliation, Eucharist, and confirmation. This past July, 115 children participated in VBS. In addition to children and youth programs, Faith Formation provides opportunity for adults, including monthly baptism preparations to have their children baptized. The Christian initiation process that prepares non-Catholic adults to be welcomed into the Catholic Church. This past Easter, 15 adults entered the church through this process. The growth of the parish and this ministry can only happen through the gifts of your time, talent, and treasure. I would like to thank every parishioner for their support of this parish ministry.
On behalf of our families, students, faculty, and staff here at St. Teresa Catholic School, we would like to say thank you.
And we are appreciative of your generous support of our ministry. St. Teresa Catholic School serves approximately 350 students from pre-K 3 through 8th grade.
We are planting the seeds to grow saints and scholars every day. These efforts would not be possible without your continued contributions of the St. Teresa community, and for that, we are eternally grateful.
The young adults group bring both our parish and the larger community together to grow in faith through spiritual, social, and service events. The service events rely on our parish's amazing partners so that we can help our neighbors.
I want to thank you most sincerely for your generous gifts to the parish and enabling us to continue the work of Christ. For those who give regularly, It's so appreciated and much needed, well beyond the doors of our church. For those of you who haven't, I would ask you to consider making a commitment electronically. The work of Christ continues in this part of the vineyard, helping us know our neighbor. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a constant reminder that what happens in here doesn't stay in here. It goes far and wide to those most in need. So if you've received a letter from us, please fill it in. If you received one when you came in today and you are able to make a pledge or to increase your pledge, and if you've never given, really consider giving regularly and preferably electronically, which saves a lot of time, but also makes our work much more effective. So pause, pray, and give. Please like, subscribe, or comment below.